I love when the Hinakora just one-shots the boss. It actually just feels so good. 5%, by the way. I mean, I think if Abyss turns into PoE 2 Abyss, I would probably be okay with it. RF would be legendary there. You just, like, shield charge in and fucking explode, and the whole Abyss. Poker Flame really the only viable chest? No, it's just the best budget chest. It's the best budget chest, and because it's budget, it's easily double corruptible with decent outcomes. You could go for like a Doppelganger's Geist, for example, but it will be a lot more annoying if you're going for a corruption. Or you could craft like a pure armor body, but that's also kind of annoying to color. I need to get a Purity of Fire. I need to get 2 Purities of Fire, actually. We say Elderhelm is the biggest damage increase. Yeah, your 6th link is for your RF, so Elderhelm more than doubles your single target. I could block. Craft mana, maybe? 3! Didn't get what we wanted. This still might be better. What's our RF damage looking like? 47? 55. Yo, that's a hefty damage increase. Time for a level 1 Frostbite, too. See you later, Minion Wand. It's like 3% better than my current scepter. Well, it also gives, no, it gives some fire damage to spells, actually. For Fire Trap. Wait a minute. That can't be that bad. That increases the initial hit by a lot. I don't know how much that actually, like, scales the Burning Ground. But, yeah. A little bit better. No, cast speed helps with punishment. That's all. I do like one of these to get the offering, and then I'm done with it. You can get the offering in other ways, but this way is just an easy way to get it. What are you rocking as Pantheon? At this stage, it's always going to be Brine King and Ralakesh. I actually need to go switch Ralakesh. Don't have it yet. Maven can definitely be troublesome for players. I like Maven a lot, but I understand people don't like Maven. If this unveils Fire and Chaos... Oh, wait, Minimum Frenzy. That's actually kind of good. Nice. No more Blood Rage needed. Ooh! 126 life, 86 regen, fire res? Yo, excuse me? That's my mini immortal flesh right there. Do I slam this? In hopes that it gets better? Is the implicit's useless? I'll give it the Vol. Nothing happened to it? Fan the Flames Cluster Jewel or using Exarch Embers on gloves. Exarch Embers are almost always more expensive and RNG. Fan the Flames is usually rollable within 100 alts on a medium Cluster Jewel. So your choice there. I typically go Cluster Jewel first because Embers, you know, are like 1C each on League Start. I'm not going to spend 100C on a pair of gloves. So Fan the Flames, I buy the cluster base for like a handful of chaos and then spend 100 alts in them. And then what I'd usually do at this stage is I will pull out the stray nodes. So I could drop like Retribution and AoE. I could drop the AoE here. I could drop the AoE here. I could technically drop like Sanctity in the 5% life node. I could drop this life node here. I could drop this life node here. I'm still low level, I'm only 81, but that's already enough to get started on like a large cluster. And then we'll fill in like the jewel socket. If you have any 2-point jewels, you can respec them for the jewel socket in the cluster jewel, because getting like 16% fire damage is way better than 10 strength, right? Here, look. You can see my back here. So I have like 30C, 30 Alks. Not too many Vol Orbs, but the Vol Orbs you could get off of like Tuyin or other mechanics. Vol Orbs they're like kind of important, but not super important, because you do need them for your red maps. Can I ask what are my best odds to find a Shaper Shield in SSF early? Honestly, you can do Guardians. You can Maven Witness Guardians so that you can do a Guardian Invitation after. You can try using like the Shaper Scarabs, although I don't think that they're very good. You can do random stuff such as Rog crafting on a shield base, hoping he adds an influence. You could quite literally just run Guardians 24/7. So an example is you could take Destructive Play and just spam map and keep doing this, right? And then when you get a lot of maps, whether it's Elder map, Shaper map, Conqueror map, you can run the map, and if you get any influence shield that is good for you, so ideally like an armor-based influence shield, you can reforge influence here. So that's what I usually do, is I will just like spam run mechanics, and then anytime I find anything, and this works out well even for Elder Helm, if you find a Warlord Helm, right, you can reforge it into Elder. So this is what I like. It is definitely a bit of a grind. It used to be a lot easier, but unfortunately they said, no, it's not allowed to be that easy. Any reason why you don't go Scorching Ray? It's worse in every way. It's slower, it doesn't have as big AoE, you need to ramp it up, you have to stand still, it's just not ideal. Scorching Ray of Immolation on Chieftain may be comparable damage, but I'm pretty skeptical. And alongside the other downsides, it's not ideal. Finish this. Uber Lab done. Okay, let's see. Where's our RF? 19 quality. Oh, exceptional gem. That's rare. Oh, wow. Alright, Volako time. Now we need Purity of Fire. This is when we drop Malevolence for Purity of Fire Tempest Shield to be a lot tankier right now. Do we just do it? Do we just gamble a 5-link? Goodbye, Cloak of Flame Money. It was nice knowing you. Given 10C on League Star and you've just arrived in white maps, what upgrade has the most value? 10C. Maybe buying a weapon for like a couple chaos. Maybe looking to see if there's a dot multi amulet with life for a couple chaos. Otherwise, saving to buy a 6-link. Usually 6 links you can find within 20-25C. Worst... Actually, no, for sure you can. You can also go for div cards to get a an early 6-link. Oh yeah, Mortal Flesh. Mortal Flesh is probably one of your big pickups too. And maybe Dawnbreaker or Rise of the Phoenix, depending on the prices of it. Probably not Dawnbreaker, Rise of the Phoenix, depending on the price. Gamba boots. I'm not listening to you guys when you say Gamba. Again, I gotta go with what my heart tells me, bro. It tells me not to Gamba. I mean, it wouldn't do any damage, so I don't know. Right now, if you see my character, I can do Voidstone bosses with my current gear. It would suck, but like it's very doable. It's just gonna take a while. Okay. How do you know where to go in the flood? So whenever you're in the toilet and you're in the shitter there, right? The poop kind of moves in a specific direction and you have to go in that direction. And then once you see the icon, then you know that you're kind of close enough. We're gonna go do an Exarch. We have literally nothing to our character. Here is our gear. It is really bad across the board. Let's go. Exarch time. So here's what we're gonna do. Our goal is when the Exarch ball phase happens, we're gonna press one of our life flasks that we just crafted, right? And what the flask is gonna do is it's gonna turn off our RF. And then we're gonna press a ruby flask, and when we press the ruby flask, our res is gonna go to 90%, which effectively means we should be able to face tank the ball phase. Might be wrong because I don't have Immortal Flesh. The only thing we really, I mean, like, there's a few things to pay attention to, but Annihilation here doesn't really do any damage. We don't want to stand in this firewall. Usually he sends the firewall. I don't know why it's just sitting there. Not sure what the fuck's going on. These runes, though, are terrible. You want to do your absolute best to dodge those runes. So that's like the main thing we want to move away from. And then Incineration. Just pay attention to the runes, and you're kind of good. When he's 50%, punishment kicks in. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to tap a ruby flask, and we should be able to tank most of the ball phase. Okay, that was 2 to the face without a ruby. That was actually quite a bit. Definitely want to position so you only tank 1 and not 2. Because if you tank 2, you take way more damage, so... Okay, where's it going? It's going to the right. And we're going to move that. I pressed my ruby and okay, I was gonna say like nothing hit. Okay, I see the one on the left here. To pay attention to that. Always these runes, the runes and the firewall combo that can kill you. It's unlikely, but it's just this stupid events that you have to pay attention to. Because they move in like really weird patterns. See it down there, it's rampant. Oh, I got hit by a rune, and our recovery went to shit. And it's ball phase. Okay, bud. Let's see. So we're gonna cleanse and ruby. Don't know if I can tank it right now with the deep. Okay, yeah, I can, but the debuff is fucked. The like whole arena is like filled with bees. And then I'm gonna just chain another ruby here to be safe. And he might actually just dash to us right now, so I'm gonna move a little, see if he dashes. He's just doing annihilation. And it spawned on me. Okay. I think I can kill him right. There we go. That's Exarch. Cull could be convenient. Yeah, you can go with Cull if you want. I just do what's comfortable for me, so. There is no harm in doing things differently, right? And this shield is like absolutely an upgrade from what we're wearing. It's got physical taken as fire. We're hoping for at least 15, and it literally hit the lowest possible. It's still an upgrade. It's just sad that it rolled the lowest possible that it could roll. Even the armor is really bad on it. We replaced this because the physical damage taken as fire is like physical mitigation. The crazy high block is really good. And then the armor is nice too. So that and together is why we rolled that. Alright, now we gotta go set up the next one. It is eater time. Wait, am I still using NKOE? I am. I could use efficacy or like bonk effect actually instead of NKOE, but I don't feel like changing it.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I think if you have any level of recovery, Eater is a pushover. Does this hurt? Oh, kind of. Very tankable. Where is damage? Sir, this is SSF RF Chieftain. It doesn't do damage. It's not allowed.
Later that same evening.
Ding! Voidstone's done. 12 hours.